Snowden played a very important role in educating the American people to the degree in which our civil liberties and our constitutional rights are being undermined.
He's now more whistleblower than he is a hacker.
We have breaking news tonight.
Among the reforms, work with Congress to change how the NSA collects phone records.
What is going to happen to Edward Snowden?
He's going to die in Moscow. He's not coming home.
The American government was acting illegally.
I don't think he should be brought home without acing the music.
Edward Snowden, is he a traitor or a hero?
He stole very important information.
Many times there are drills involving the exact scenario of the attack happening around the same time or even simultaneously as the attack goes down, which helps to ensure that the false flag itself will be able to be carried out without too much interruption, because a lot of people in the confusion will think it's just a drill. A long list of drills and war games were taking place on 9/11. And during the Aurora shooting, there was a government-sponsored anti-terror training drill specifically regarding a massacre in a movie theater. Not only was a drill going on during the Boston Marathon bombing, but pictures taken directly afterwards show crisis actors walking through the bomb scene looking totally confused, like this woman who comes out of a shop down the street from the finish line seconds after the bomb goes off with her leg already wrapped up as if she's hurt, then walks through the bomb scene with a look of horror on her face like she's confused. A drill of the exact scenario was going down during the London 7/7 bombings as well.
Today we were running an exercise for a company, bearing in mind I'm now in the private sector, and we sat everybody down in the city, 1,000 people involved in the whole organisation, but the crisis team, and the most peculiar thing was we based our scenario on the simultaneous attacks on the Underground and mainline station. So we had to suddenly switch an exercise from fictional to real.
A little over a month after the Boston Marathon bombing, Special Agents Christopher Lorick and Stephen Shaw, two members of the elite FBI counterterrorism unit that arrested Dokar Tsarnaev, died by falling a significant distance out of a helicopter that encountered unspecified difficulties 12 miles off the coast of Virginia Beach. Multiple friends of the Tsarnaev brothers, including Tamerlan's best friend Brendan Mess, were also murdered in the weeks following the bombing. The mysterious disappearance of evidence and the classification of evidence. 6 months after the Sandy Hook shooting, the Connecticut House of Representatives passed an unprecedented legislation preventing the public release of crime scene photos and video evidence from the shooting, including any records that could, quote, reasonably be expected to constitute an unwarranted invasion of the privacy of the victim or the victim's surviving family members, end quote. A few months after that, construction crews completely demolished the former Sandy Hook Elementary School.
нихуя себе, это что такое? О, нихуя метеорит, блядь.
Внимание,
Ебануться. Нихуя себе.
Что это, боже мой? Что это?
course, the problem is not solved. You know, as long as people can be judged by the color of their skin, the problem's not solved. And there's a whole generation, I say this, you know, I said this, you know, for apartheid South Africa, I said this for my own, you know, community in the South. There are still generations of people, older people, who were born and bred and marinated in it, in that prejudice and racism, and they just have to die.
It's because he's an African American, and if he wasn't an African American, if he was a white guy, those wouldn't have happened. He wouldn't have been treated in quite the same way. He wouldn't have to deal with quite the same confrontations.
Just a level of disrespect. When the senator yelled out, "You're a liar," remember that? Yeah, I think that there's a level of disrespect for the office that occurs.